over here. Hey guys, how's it going? I forget which side the camera's on sometimes. We are starting this live stream the way we do in most times, checking and seeing if you can hear me and see me. We'll wait for a little bit until somebody arrives. We are at Just Roaming Designs, and I want you guys to let me know how my audio is. You should be hearing me live via this little side mic. Hey, can you hear this? You should be able to hear the taps, right? Hey, 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 hey. So we are at Just Roaming Design. Hey, Adam. Hey, Lily Pad. I haven't talked to you in a while. How are you doing? Where are you? And FJ, can I use your real name? I don't know. I know who you are, but I don't know if you don't like me calling you your real name. Nobody would know you. Let me know if I can call you your real name, because I would like to. Holy bejesus! It is Jason. So also let me know if my jacket is rubbing on the mic. So if it is, then I'll shift it more to the center here. But I sort of like having it off to one side. But okay, Fred. Fred, hello. Finally. I didn't know if you changed your name because you don't want people to call you by your real name, but I was like, it's frustrating to call you FJ. I don't know you by FJ. I don't even know who the hell that guy is. So, we are here. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? We are here at Just Roaming Design. This is their facility here. And I'm super excited because we're going to progress very far forward in the coming weeks. Well, the van is here. They have been since we got their interior set up. If you guys don't remember, I was basically living inside this building, helping them get their new facility established, and we built like a CNC room, and we did a bunch of painting. And we just did some drywall and some framing, like a bunch of stuff. But now that it's set up, they have been busy. So for example, they've got project vans here, and then they have project vans over here. They've got project vans there. That's a little coffee shop, which is pretty cool. Maybe I'll show you. They got a project van there. Then they've got a bunch more stuff on the inside. I am working on my van because I drove here from Detroit 3 days ago. And I drove here in like 48 hours. Hey, Pacho. We drove here in 48 hours, and it was like a record for me. I was very tired. Last night, I'm staying at a friend's house, and I just crashed. And I slept really, really good last night. I woke up today. I rode my trike in. So let's show you oh, I don't want to show you too much of the van. That's the reveal. So I've got my trike here. I've been doing hey, Jojo. I've been doing my commute here through some beautiful countryside in Portland on my AZA. And we are going to take the trike to Europe in a few days. So I'm very excited about that. It is a beast. Hopefully we'll be doing a birthday party for my friend Mel, and we'll be taking the trike on that. But for now, I'm just taking it to Just Roaming Design, which is pretty cool. Yeah, those red pedals are super nice, actually. They are, I want to make sure I get it right. They are, yeah, more trips to come. Yeah, if you don't know, in a few days, in like a week, we are flying, you and me, and the trike are flying to Zurich. Then we're going to get picked up and we're going to go to Germany, and we're going to do the Spezi show in Germany. The pedals are Pedal Tech Innovation, and I actually called the company. They're pretty cool. They're very wide. These studs are not too aggressive, so you can ride barefoot and you can ride with sandals or whatever. And I even have my pedal extenders on there. They're very, very nice. Miko Loco, how's it going? Can you say my first name? It was so funny. When I lived in England, my first name was in letters spelled Miko, Miko, the real name, Miko. Did I pronounce it right? Miko? Ryoko. Anyways, so we are going to go to Zurich, get picked up. We're going to do the show on that weekend. I think it's the last weekend in April. Yeah, it is the last weekend in April, the Spezi show. And then after that show, we're going to be driven to the north of Italy, and we're going to be cycling south from the center north of Italy across to Sardinia, an island where I'll take a ferry to Sardinia. And then from Sardinia, I'll be taking another ferry back to the mainland and riding to Rome. And then after that, we'll be flying back here. And you going to Europe, triking every country? Well, I don't think I'll have time to trike every country, not on this trip. But, and then we will come back here to Portland, pick up the van, hook up the heating system in the van, which hopefully will be ready to be hooked up, and then take off from here to go to Arizona, where the audio company is, that hopefully we can get the audio hooked up, which is a pretty awesome system. And then we can go to, we can go back to Detroit. But, and the air conditioning system is there, the audio system, and oh yeah. I almost forgot. The company called Van Up is there. And Van Up specializes in building systems for mounting onto the back door. Because on the back door, we're going to put a spare tire, we're going to put a cargo case, and we're going to put the trike. The trike is going to sit across the back up there. It's going to be awesome. So that's pretty cool. This video is particularly about telling you that I'm back here in Portland, but also kind of showing you the van. Are you ready for the van reveal? At least where it's at right now, because I am very happy with how it came out so far. When is your van fully done? It has been more than a year. Yeah, a year. Yeah, it's been more than a year. Wench to pull the trike up? Only if you think I'm a wench. I might be a wench. I did see a trike actually on a van while I was driving here, and they had a wench, and they were hooking it from the back end, and they were lifting it up to the top of the door. It wasn't a bad idea, but let's do this. Ready? I'm going to slowly pan around. Slowly panning. Dun 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 dun. How does that look? Is that pretty cool? Look at those slats. Look at those lines. All the way forward. Look at those lines over here, contouring around the windows. Look at that stuff. That's pretty nice. Look at those overhead cabinets. Holy moly. Hey, Brun, how's it going? Hey, Rob. Hey. All right, just checking. Yeah, that's pretty nice, right? If you look at the blue tape, I'm making notes for the electrical system when it's going to go in. And so, for example, I have a lot of different components. So there's these things which hook to DC. So the van's going to have DC and AC power. DC will be constant. AC will only be when the inverter is powered. Don't worry if you don't understand it. I barely understood all this stuff until I really started learning about it. But anyways, so these are like flat-mounted USB outlets. So there's a USB-C, which is right there, and that's a USB, and then a USB-C. And those are flat mounted, so those are going to flat mount right to here so that people can sit down and charge their devices. Could you imagine being such a shill that you are dancing with vegetables? I can't imagine that, actually. I can imagine that so well because I did it. I danced with vegetables. I didn't go home with them, although that zucchini was quite sexy. It's so funny. I hope you're being sarcastic. I hope you're being sarcastic because that whole instance is so funny. I would go back there in an instant to dance with those really, really fun older Chinese people excited about farming. If you were excited enough about what you were doing to dance with vegetables, then there's not. I welcome the teasing because the people doing the teasing are the real losers. Really crazy. Anyways, that always was so funny for me. That was always so funny for me. You'll go back to Ningbo in 3 weeks. I don't think it was a diss. I don't think that was a diss. I think I've seen that commenter before. Anyways, back to that. So let's start from the back and work our way forward a little bit. So this is the garage. You shouldn't give him attention. Thanks. I just like to. It's fun for me. So let me spin the camera around. So this is the garage, right? So these compartments, 1, 2, 3, will be, that will be on the internet for the rest of my life. Yeah, I'm glad. There's a lot of things. There's thousands of videos of me on the internet. One of them is me dancing with vegetables, which, unfortunate. We got to do more vegetable dancing content out there. Anyways, this is the garage. These 3 bays. I took out a wall that separates this garage area from the back, but the blue tape is your guide for that. In the end, we're going to lay down some floor, and the floor is going to be this material, but it's going to be there too, and it's going to go all the way up to the blue line. That's okay, John. If you're not being laughed at, and if you can't take somebody laughing at you, then you got to. You're really excited about this. You're really excited. You know how many people laugh at me, but also, you know how many people have been excited about the content I put out. You're very fun. You're very funny. If you would probably go and look at those people farming and ridicule those people. I didn't. I danced with them. That's what separates you and me, and the people that laugh at me and the people that don't. So that's okay. Let those people laugh. They probably don't realize that they're being the ones that are being a bit closed-minded, but I was laughing. I was laughing there too. Anyways, so these are the 3 compartments. This one is a general compartment. I'm going to have outlets up there and USB power. Let me show you the other power outlets. So we have a variety of things. So we have these USB outlets that have PD outlets for DC, USB-C, and then a USB 3.0. And you can turn them on and off with a switch, so they're not like drawing power all the time, like just standard drawing power. And these actually, I don't know if they have it on there, but they have a really, really high rating of wattage. So between the 3 of these, this is like 50 watts, 50 watt, or 45 watts, 45 watts, and then I forget what the USB 3, but you can really power a lot with these guys. And then the outlets that I got are all these guys. So when the AC power is on, I'll have a USB. I really like to have a USB-C, you know. So I'll have a USB-C, a standard USB, and then 2 power outlets. And those are going to be throughout. I got lots of them. So anyways, we'll have power under there. And then this section and this section will be kind of open for general use. And then this area here is going to have, let's move this, is going to have a few different things. So we'll have a faucet that's going to go right about there, and that will have hot and cold water. So if I want to do a shower, you know, I can get out here, spray myself down, wash, or do whatever. Also, porting out of the back is going to be a fill line and a drain line. Well, a fill line for the water tank, and I'll also have to have a drain line for the water tank that'll be coming out there. What else? So that will be there. And then in this compartment here, this is going to be the air conditioning system. So I have a few different things in here right now. It's a bit of a mess, but this is the Cruising Comfort air conditioning system. It's a 48-volt system. And in the end, I don't have it here, but yeah, Bren, I have solar on the roof. I'll try to show you that later. There's a lot to go over. But I don't have the air conditioning port cut out here yet. But eventually what I'm going to do is tell me if this is a smart or a not smart idea. But I'm going to cut a porthole out here that I'm only going to use when I need the air conditioning, because you know, for most of the year, well, beyond like a few months of the year, 3 or 4 months of the year, you're not really going to need the air conditioning. And so I don't want to have some piping and stuff, the venting for the air conditioning system when I don't need it, because it's going to cut into the overall aesthetics of the van. But when I want it, I'll have like some clips that will attach to this, this L track here, and it will come up and then port out 1, 2, 3, 4, and it will push the cold air into the body of the van via one solid pipe that will go up through a hole here and then go all the way up to the top. When I'm not using it, what I'm thinking is I can have it like a vacuum cleaner tube, you know, the hard part of the vacuum cleaner where you can pull them apart if you want to, and then you can store them. And then so I'll store those here, you know, on top of the air conditioner. So when I'm not using the air conditioner, I'll pull it out of the ground, boom, and then over this will be my seat cushions. So you won't even know that the air conditioning, obviously this seat cushion is going to have a cutout in it, you know, for air conditioning, the air conditioning outlet, but I can have actually a plug there too. So when I can even make a custom cushion plug that when the air conditioning is not in use, I can plug that hole, I could put the piece of cushion there that will settle into the opening. And then when I'm not using it, I just put it there. So thanks, Bren. I think that's a good idea too. If I want air conditioning in the back here, it would take 10 seconds because I'd have these clips here. I don't know if you can see it, but the whole van has this L track, and there's all sorts of different options for hooking to the L track. So I can just like put the 3 pieces together, 2 or 3 pieces that will go all the way up to meet the top of the cabinet up there. And then I'll slide it into the hole. It'll receive the air conditioning unit exhaust or port. And then I'll just turn it on and then direct the air where I want it. And then when I don't, I can just pull it out, break it into the 3 pieces, store it on top of the air conditioning unit, and then put the cover on it, and then we're good to go. So, I mean, I think that's a good idea. Anyways, so that's this port here. So we're gonna put that over. One of the things that I have to do is I have to figure out a way to locate all of these lids, because right now they're kind of free floating and they're rubbing and they're sort of scraping off their clear coat, which I don't like. But I need to, whether it's magnets or some sort of latching system, I've got to somehow figure out a way to locate down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, and I want to make sure that they're located down good. Anyways, so there we go. The back end is the water area, the main garage. This is going to be electrified so that if I want to use power tools and stuff, I can do that. Strong Velcro? Yeah, maybe. But also that Velcro, it has adhesive backs on it, and I think that over time that, especially on some hot days, that would just melt. It'd be a real pain in the ass. What I did do is I bought some felt, and you know, I have some felt strips there, and any spot where this is sitting will have felt strips all up and down and around. If I want to, I can actually take this center portion out, and when it's out, I can take and pull this whole piece comes out. I don't want to take it out. Well, I could show you. That whole piece pops out, and so you can kind of like be able to access this whole length here if you want to. But ideally, I would leave that in, and I don't like to remove it too often actually, because I end up tweaking things. I gotta remember how it goes in. Okay, so that goes in like that. There we go, there we go. So let's put this back down, and we can go to the other side. So, okay, so we've got some power cables here. These are coming from the top solar panels. So this is from the solar power. And then we have another one that comes down from the awning, and then another one that comes from my main antenna here. If you could see that antenna, that's a WeBoost signal booster antenna. And so that's that. So anyways, I'm working on putting tape marks where I'm gonna have power and things. We'll talk about, let's go inside, we'll talk about the slats. And actually, you know what, I'm gonna move I'm gonna move this so I can just, no, you know what? We're gonna go on from the side door. Let's go on from the side door. So if you were gonna come into the van normally, you'd come in through the side door. And so from the side door, you can see the extension of the kitchen cabinets. Now the kitchen cabinets, let's go around, are protruding out, and there's going to be a lot going on here. The kitchen cabinets are coated with a material called lawn ridge. Also, it's periodically throughout. So we've got that material there, we've got the material on that wall there, as well as the garage. All of that is lawn ridge. And then we also have the step here that I made. The step is going to be pretty cool, actually. It's going to have this strip here that you're not going to see that wood color any soon, but this strip is going to be an LED light, which will illuminate the step area so that people can see the step when they're getting in. There's a heating port, so when hot air is coming through, it will eject out here and warm the area. There will be a couple other ports that will be pushing warm air throughout. And then here, on this face here, that's going to come up about here to here, across down, is going to be a shelf that folds out, and people can put their, like normally when you go to a campsite or you stop next to a river or whatever, you want to have some exterior access to a table surface. And so we're going to have that. That's going to pop down. There's also going to be a USB power that's going to be right there, and there's going to be an exterior plug that'll be right there. So when the AC power is turned on, let's say you want to have some sort of powered device that needs 120, you can have two outlets and some USB power, so you can kind of have a radio or whatever, and I can do that. And then on this side, you like how I wrapped this? Me and Annie actually did this, and it looks really nice. Looks nice, but I also have a metal cap. Do you think a metal cap would be better there? What do you think? Do you think it'd be nice if that was a metal edge, or do you like the lawn ridge edge? You let me know. No to what, Rob? You don't like this? Or you don't like the idea of metal? Clarify. Anyways, so this side, yeah, as is, yeah. Unless this starts to have some problems, because if it gets too hot and maybe the adhesive releases, and this edge is very sensitive because it's a hard material and it took a lot to bend it around, and I was a little bit worried that maybe over time it'll start to pull away. If it does, then I can put a metal edge here. Okay, so next. So there will be a table that will, okay, there'll be a countertop here that's not done yet. And then, yeah, I could always do it later, Rob, you're right. And then there will be another extension to the countertop that will come down, and then it will flip up and extend my kitchen counter to about here. And in the end, I'll have this really, really nice extra long table to prepare meals or entertain guests or whatever, which is very, very cool. Now, let's go into the van, and you can see right away that I have both seats swiveled around so that I can kind of sit and access the rest of the van's area. We've got my little shoebox here, which is pretty cool. This was designed by Teddy and me, and this kind of perfectly fills that space that is voided right there next to the seat, because when the driver's seat swivels, normally you don't have any room, because a lot of people build their cabinets all the way out here. So you would never be able to spin around your driver's seat, and you wouldn't very rarely be able to turn back the driver's seat. Can you provide 220 volts and Euro plugs? I mean, I don't know how that's going to work actually, because I do intend to eventually get this van to the United Kingdom and to Europe and different things, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that you just change the inverter, and if Victron's with me, they could probably help me with that. Anyways, so this is pretty cool because I have a nook now, and when you slide this back and you get inside, you can sit down here, and what happens is this is a very, very comfortable space. I have a a little shelf for a drink. I have this area down below that is the top of the shoebox. I was thinking even about putting a couple of hooks here and suspending a garbage bag that will hang underneath this shelf. And so I can use this area for trash, because that's another thing, and I'm getting trash everywhere. Down below here, we're going to put a power outlet and a USB plug. And so that will be there, which will be quite nice. And then from this seat, let me show you the view. You know, from this seat, you can pretty much talk to everybody in the van. You can, you know, sit and look outside. You have, you know, the ability to, this is a great sitting area for the driver's seat. And, you know, it's not a lot of van people do the swivel around for the driver's seat. A lot of them do the swivel around for the passenger seat, but the driver's seat, ordinarily, they don't have the opportunity to move around. And so when I designed the studio cabinet, I pushed it over and I made sure to create this nook area. So I'm sort of excited about that. Hey, Blue Basin Aquatics. Sorry, Blue Water Basin. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let me show you straight down. So, hey Sean, how's it going? So you see these lines that are throughout the van. So first off, the center one, and these are all the hot water PEX piping flooring systems, and those are underneath this piece of wood. They etched out these diagrams so that you know where not to drill and where to drill. So I can't drill there, I can't drill there, I can't drill there, or else I'll puncture the PEX piping and ruin my van floor. Beyond that, I also have this square. If you can see the markings here, this square here is the shower pan. So there's going to be a shower pan that's going to be ingrained into the floor here that will drain in through the bottom of the van, and that will provide me an opportunity to have basically a hidden shower pan. And what that's going to look like is it's hopefully not going to look like anything, because what's going to happen is the top of that shower pan, it's going to be like 1.5 inch thick acrylic, and it's going to be a CNC cut into such a shape that will direct channels of water down. And then there'll be a drain through the bottom of the van, which will go into a 15, no, it's more than a 15 gallon. It's a big tank to catch my gray water. And so that's pretty cool. That's going to be done while we're here, while the van's here. So yeah. So anyways, this is the driver's nook area. So let's continue working forward. Next thing let's see, what else let me look at comments. Thank God you're back. Been watching since pre-COVID. So for years. And Matt, do your thing. Brightens my day when I see a new video. Thanks, Sean, man. That is very cool of you. Will it be an area that is slick when wet? No, it shouldn't be. Hey, Patrick, how's it going, man? Long time no see. The shower pan shouldn't be. It's probably going to have some sort of a anti-skid surface. What it's going to look like, unless you really knew it was a shower pan, it should look like a welcome mat. You know, some sort of a welcome mat. It's possible that if it is sort of a slippery surface, then maybe I put something over it like a welcome mat. But we'll play it by ear. A lot of things are learning as we go, and the original plan sort of has to adapt to what it is now. I'm listening because I know that the team here is going to meet with me in a little bit to go over everything, and that's why I'm sort of going through and talking about where all the plugs are going to be and how everything's going to go together. But let's continue. So this is the interior. There's no lights in here, but think about lights up underneath this slat and illuminating this backer board. These back areas and every area in between the slats, so here, inside there, in back here, up here, all of these areas are going to have this material here. This is felt. It's I think it's 3/16 or 1/4 of an inch thick, and they call it charcoal raw felt. It's made out of wool, so it's got some insulation factor. And so this, this one I cut, so it's not exact cut, but these will be cut to slide into and between every slat. So they're basically, you're going to have a wood and then felt and then wood, and then this whole back piece is going to be, you know, the felt, and that felt is going to wrap around. So it will go into there, it'll wrap around, and then go along the backside. And, you know, so that's kind of what it's going to look like. That's going to be that. So that's, and then things are going to mount to this back wall, which is, this is 1/2-inch plywood. And here, this kind of crazy area, I have to figure out. I think I'm going to put a piece behind here and bridge this gap, and then, you know, we'll just do a really big wide piece of felt backing that's going to go and wrap around. So you won't see any of this orange that you're seeing here. You won't see any of these edges of wood here, because what you're going to have is you're going to have this there, and it's going to wrap around. Let's see here. It's hard to kind of show you. It's going to wrap around like that, you know. You know, it's going to look like that. It's going to look super cool. Really, really nice when it's done. I mean, just think about how all of this is going to look when you can't see the midpoints between the slats. And if you're wondering what the slats themselves are going to do, they are going to be stained and painted this. So the slats are going to be stained and painted this sort of like earthy dark wood. This is called Jayoe. And so it'll be, that will be the color of all the slats, tops and bottoms and everything. And then they're going to be clear coated. So it'll be like that slat color, then the black, then the slat color, then the black, and throughout. And it'll contrast everything. So this is the color we chose for the upper cabinets. This is called basketry. And then the blue color that you saw earlier that was in the color of the shoebox, which is this color here, which is, you can't tell, but it's got a little bit of blue to it. There you can see some blue. Here you can actually see what I was thinking for the corner. Yeah, it's going to darken it up, but it'll look sophisticated. The whole van is going to have a lot of lights in it. So yeah, this is what I was sort of thinking was for the edge. You know, something like that. You know. But I'm not sold on it. I mean, I'll keep this piece just in case. It's painted to match the lawn ridge, so I'll just use it if I want to later, if there's like, say, a problem with the design. But whatever. So here you can see my nook, right? So this is the driver's seat nook that I was just talking about. And then you have the slat wall here. Now there's a space that was created when I made the slat wall. And just kind of show you guys something that's pretty cool. These drawers were all installed with Blum slow close slides. So look at that. That is beautiful. Let's do it with a different, because that drawer has some obstructions behind it. So drawer open. Look at that. That is beautiful. All of these drawers are designed with slow close. Blum slow close hinges or slides, which is pretty awesome. And they're all undermount, so you can't see the slides unless you look under. You know, so those are pretty cool. Anyways, this back wall area is going to have, I was thinking like could be liquor cabinet style. So I have some bottles here. The coffee maker is going to be here probably. There's going to be all sorts of cool stuff. But I was going to show you that the back area here behind, there's actually quite a gap there. And I was thinking about putting something for storage or something back in behind there. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure yet. The drawers, until I get some latches on them, come and fly open when you're driving. So you have to be careful about that. Okay, so upper cabinets over the studio and the kitchen are much deeper. so they go quite a distance in. And those are going to have Blum openers, which are pretty awesome. Basically, they're like fixed openers, so you can open the cabinet fronts to whatever lift you want, and those will be putting in quite soon. Hey, Motoring Box, how's it going, man? Good to see you. I haven't. When was the last time I talked to you? It's been a while. Let me get my coffee. Ayo. This one right here is the coffee van conversion. Which is pretty cool. But anyways, so keep going. So the studio cabinet is this here. And the studio cabinet consists of my refrigerator and then the toilet. This is a dry flush toilet, and it's pretty cool. I'll show you more about the toilet later. Toilets are very important with regards to a van. Like how you're going to do a toilet is quite important. Let me find out if he's... Are you going to pull in here? Okay. So, yeah. Beyond that, studio equipment is here. We have this big drawer here, which pulls out and has a fake bottom where I have space for other things. And for some reason, that slide needs to be adjusted. Oh, hey, this is Teddy.
Oh dear.
You can, if you like the design, you have to thank him. If you don't like it, blame him.
Just help doing the engineering.
Yeah.
Make sure it would fit.
But it came out good. Yeah. I'm going through step by step, and I'm showing them, where everything's going to be and how it's going to go together. Half of it is me telling them, and the other half is me kind of like reiterating it to myself. So being able to talk about it is good.
Totally get that.
Yeah. How you been? How's everything going with? Can you hear him? Because it's on my lapel mic, but let me know if you can hear him.
Are you live or something?
Yeah. I'm doing a live stream. A live going over the van video.
Nice.
But yeah, taking a little break.
I just got a long operation started, so
Oh,
yeah, I had to go back and check him.
yeah. He's running the CNC machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying they can barely hear you. It's because I got my lapel mic on. Anyways, he said hello, and he said he loves you all. And we'll go in and see what he's up to in a little bit.
Let's go get Chinese food.
Yeah. We're gonna go get Chinese food later. What time you want to go?
I don't know if you're up for it.
Yeah, I had food already.
I mean, it doesn't need to be anytime soon.
Yeah.
It could be like 2 or 3 or
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, let's go later. Yeah.
Sounds good.
There's a place called Jumbo. That's our Chinese hangout. Me and Teddy. Anyways, Teddy says hi. So yeah. So again, we have all of these drawers. This one, which seems to have some sort of a problem. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Something's going on with that drawer. Oh, that's better. The cool thing about these two drawers, yeah, Jumbo. Jumbo's the name of the Chinese place. The cool thing about these drawers is the backs of them are going to have this one is going to have this outlet, and then it's going to have 2 of these USB. So I'll have 4 USB-Cs and then 1 standard USB in this drawer. So no, 4 USB-Cs and 2 standard USBs in the back of this drawer. I'll also have AC power for if I want to charge my laptop or do some different things. And I got to find out, my laptop should fit in here. And then that drawer is going to be locking. And then this drawer also is a little bit more shallow, but it's going to have 2 USB-Cs and 2 standard USBs. And the reason why I can do that is because when I had this cabinet designed, hey, Mobility Today, how's it going? When I had this designed, I had this gap put into the back. And so I have access to wires that are going to connect to all the power on the back of this drawer. So, and remember, these are going to have countertops on them. So these will be really nice black countertops all the way back. And so I'll have the ability to power these things via the system in there, and this drawer will both be charging drawers. And then this drawer is just a standard. So you can see how deep this one is, and then you can see, well, you know what? All three, I guess. I could put power in all three of those drawers, which I might just do. I like the idea. No, Rob, you know, they make, Rob asked a question. He says, what about the cables? Will they sag when the drawer is in and out? They make these systems, some of them are mechanical, like they actually have a hinge that extends out and in when the drawer extends out and in. First off, they're expensive, like $200 a drawer. Crazy expensive. They're a little bit bulky, which is not what I want. But they're designed to have electrified drawers. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have a point of connection in the back, like here, and then the power cables are going to go here, and then there's going to be a spring, a couple of springs. One of the springs is going to go from, you know, it'll basically allow the cables to bunch up when you close it, and so that's going to be that. So, but it's a good question. It's a very good question. So anyways, this is the studio side. The counter is going to go all the way to the back there. It's going to be beautiful black. I think I'm going to have some lights that are going to be up here that are going to illuminate the area quite well. Lighting is very important in this area, especially with all the dark wood when it's all final and stained. Again, the cabinet doors are going to open up with these really nice Blum mounts. The Blum mounts mount to both walls on either on every opening, and they can stay lift, I think they call it, to whatever opening you want. Because I had some prior ones, and then they would open 110 degrees, like beyond 90 degrees, and it would actually hit the ceiling. So I don't want to do that. So if you want to see the surface of the counters, you can go to a website called Richlite, R-I-C-H-L-I-T-E. And Richlite makes a compressed paper material, sort of like a recycled paper. And it's compressed so hard with a high intensity adhesive that it becomes hard, like stone almost. And it's a little bit lighter than, say, like Korean countertop, but it's pretty cool. It's actually inside the facility. Maybe I can show you later. But the surface of the cabinets are going to be made out of black diamond 3/4 inch Richlite. So black diamond 3/4 inch Richlite is going to be that, and this area here, and the outer shelf that's going to fold down here is going to be a material on that website. If you go to richlite.com and you can look, that's going to be Little Tahoma, which is really, really beautiful material. Let me know anybody there that looks it up and sees Little Tahoma. You'll see it's got a layered look to it, and so that will be my fold down shelf there. Then the third material that we're going to use is a material that is going to be the counter or the table that's going to be in the studio area and going to fill in the J-shaped. Well, let me fix this. Okay, so it's going to fill in the J shape of this couch, and that's really nice stuff. Go to Richlite again and then type in black diamond bamboo. Type in black diamond bamboo. It's 1 inch counter material that's going to support the table. That's going to be my interview table. That is super cool. It's, yeah, right. It looks almost like cork layers. Yeah. It's basically black diamond, bamboo, and then black diamond again. It's really nice. Oh, one of my drawers fell, which is not a good idea. And it's starting to rain a little bit. I hope that this didn't hit the ground. Oh, I chipped a corner. Shame. I chipped a corner. Look at that. these are my lids for all the front faces of the cabinets and the doors. I don't know how that fell, but I have to be careful. Anyways, Portland is starting to rain a little bit, but okay. So, all right, so I've showed you the studio. I showed you the slat walls. I showed you what the paint we're gonna use. Now let's turn around and look at the kitchen cabinet. So here we have a lot of drawers and stuff. The first area there is gonna be my sink. That thing with the white wrapping around it, that's my actual sink. It's gonna recess into the counter, which is gonna be on top. And the counter is actually gonna do something cool, different from the last one. The counter is gonna go back and it's gonna recess into the window area because there's a lot of room in this area between the window and the counter. I'll have an outlet that will be recessed into the counter right about here, and that's going to be a really, really nice counter. Then we're going to have some drawers here, and in this compartment here is going to be the heating system. So like my heating system that's going to power the heated floor is going to be there. There's going to be all sorts of different components that are going to be mounted there. There's going to be cabinet doors there, big doors that are going to be there. And so that's plumbing and all of that stuff. Then here is my water tank. And my water tank continues on over the wheel well. And this is like a 32-gallon water tank. And you can see it there. It's also extends over here. So this whole area is going to be water tank. Then on this side, you have my electrical components. So these are all temporary. I just have a lot of foam here, but mounted onto this white backlit box is going to be my electrical system. So you'll have this backlit electrical component area, and I'll show you inside like how awesome that can look. It's going to look really, really amazing. And then I have one very long storage compartment area, which is here. And so I'll have covers. Those are my covers. So like here, let me move that away. So let's see here. So this normally would cover that, right? So you take this off and actually down all the way. So you have 3 covers that go all the way the length. So I can put long things here like tripods and window coverings and stuff when I'm not using them. Here, my batteries are going to be here, and then they're going to port over into the electrical compartment area. Here's how you'll access it when you're underway. I mean, on top of all of these covers actually are going to be cushions. So you will very rarely see these really nice wooden, these wooden panels will be covered with cushions eventually. So you won't see those too often actually. Then every seat area, you'll have power with USB as well as AC power. So you'll have a lot there. You'll have power over there. And then this whole area here will be electrified. I have extra power components and stuff. And yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. We'll have lights in the ceiling when it's done. I have a vent fan right here that will pull air either up or down. Really nice actually to suck the air through the roof. It'll take all the hot air out, and then you open up some of these vents, whether it's in the forward area or there, and then you can get really, really nice circulation of air in this area. On top of that, we have L-track that's running throughout the whole van, and you put like accessories on them, and you can do all sorts of hanging doodads and functional content there. I have my Moral amplifier. I'll have some of the coolest looking speakers that, hey Rob, take it easy buddy. I'll have some of the coolest looking speakers that you can buy for automotive use. And I'm super excited about hooking up all of those. Let me show you, because some of these speakers are really, really kick-ass. And if I had one of them around here. I could show you. They're around here somewhere. They're buried. Oh, there they are. They're over here. So let's see here. Let's move off some of this stuff. Move this up here. Open this up. Yeah, see, I'm taking the clear coat off. I got to fix those. So these are the speakers that will be in the van, some of them, and they're from a company called Moral. And check out these bad boys. Look at how thin that is. That can be awesome. So on the ceiling, I'll have, you know, one here and one down a ways, and then they'll also be on the back doors. And they even have these controllers. Look at these things. These are like crazy alien-looking controllers. I'm not 100% sure how to hook all of this stuff up, but like most of this van, I'm learning, and I'm being helped by the companies that make the stuff. So Moral is the one that supplied me with this setup and recommended it, and so I'm going to probably go to Arizona where the guy that I met, really nice guy, Scotty, if you remember. Scotty is going to help me with this, hooking it up. But those are pretty cool, eh? All right, let's go into the facility, and I can show you what some of the other components I have, which are stored inside. But yeah, pretty neat, right? What do you think? Have you considered adhering an underlayment of fire-resistant textile felt on the inserts? No, but between the inserts, what are you talking about, the inserts? You mean the slats on the slat wall? Yeah, what do you think? Pretty unique? I mean, I'm trying to make something that's really pretty unique. I want people to walk in this van, first feel like it's spacious, but also welcoming, and felt on the seats. The seats? Have you considered adhering an underlayment of fire-resistant textile felt on the inserts? Yeah, I'll have felt. Did you see Clark? I'm not sure if you saw, but right now I'm going to have this material that's going to be in between every single one of these slats is going to be this material. So yeah, I'm also going to have a 10-inch subwoofer that is going to be below the passenger seat. So a huge 10-inch Morel subwoofer that's going to be providing the rumbling that'll make the van sound oh so nice. But yeah, that's that. Pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. Really excited, actually. This has been a long time coming. This project has become a lot more than I originally thought it was. I really like the slats. They give character and warmth inside and a nice calming rhythm. Well, I think also they'll take away some rhythm, you know, meaning that they will help sound deaden, I think. Especially combining that with the felt. I have a feeling you should have a really nice warm deadened sound in there. But I do have to figure out a way to locate these lids. That's my job for the next, that's one of the big jobs I'm doing while I'm here. Because right now, as I'm looking through them, like you can see, I don't know if you can see that over there, that's rubbing quite profusely. Anyways, that's it. Let's go into the facility, and BJ, I would love that, man. That would be super cool to be, I really hope that the van is popular, you know. Here's the, this is pretty cool. So this, here, let me see here. So I'm gonna have to set you down for a second, actually. I can't figure this out. I'm trying to get this thing out, which is my pedestal for the table, but I don't want to drop things. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the gimbal off for a second. Then I'm going to put this down like so. And then I'll be right back. Okay, all right. Everybody here? Check this out. So this is my pedestal that will be holding the dining room table. And that's pretty cool, right? Yeah, those tunes are probably going to get this video demonetized or disabled completely, but whatever. Anyways, yeah. So if you want to see what the interior of the van electrical system is going to look like, it's going to look a lot like this. I mean, not this big, obviously, but I'll have an inverter, an MPPT. I'll have step downs here, and I'm live streaming. Yeah, say hi. This is Dan. This is my brother over here from another mother. Super cool. And so yeah, so this is sort of how the back wall is going to be set up with regards to electrical. And let's go see what Teddy's up to, because what are you cutting?
Yeah, just doing a pocket now.
So this box is probably going to be similar to the way that I'll have the speaker mounted underneath the passenger seat. It'll be in a box sort of like that. And then if you guys remember, I built this room, this whole room here. I painted and built and constructed for their CNC operation. And right now it's busy at work. It's cutting something. What material? Is this Ridgelite?
Nope.
What is it?
Expanded PVC foam.
Oh. What is the piece you're cutting? Is that a cabinet piece or a window piece? Like a bump out?
Either one. It's 4 on top of a van. It's a pass-through ring.
Oh.
So this would sit in between the van roof and that pop top that's out there.
Uh-huh.
Blue Sprinter.
So people will be able to access the top tent and stuff?
From the inside.
Was this custom designed, or was this a design sent to you?
I did all of it. So yeah.
Cool, man.
So,
Neat.
It has a 3D option and stuff too.
Is that 2 pieces of material or 3?
Huh?
Like, it's a sandwich. So is it 1 piece of 1 inch on another piece of 1 inch and then a piece of cardboard in between?
No, the bottom piece is the.
That's
the vac table of the machine.
Okay.
The brown is, it's like a 5/8 right now. It started out as 1 inch.
Okay.
It's MDF that the vac table used.
Okay.
And then what we're actually machining is
That's pretty neat, man.
the PVC on top.
If you didn't hear, because I'm wearing a lapel mic, that's a pass-through. So like it'll sit on top of a vehicle and allow people to walk through the roof of the van into their tent, which will be supported on top of the van. So pretty neat. Keep them busy. I don't want to show the list. There's a lot of client names there.
Quite the list.
But you're writing some notes here. Is this project?
Nope, that's this project.
Oh. Oh, wow. You cut this on the CNC machine?
No, these are engineered and made by another company, but we still did all the design work.
Oh, neat.
And they just kind of popped together.
Yeah.
This is the corner bracket.
Okay. Oh, this is like a small part of a bigger...
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
They all get mounted together with 80/20. Then we got the T-brace.
Yeah.
That would allow for cross members. And it fits almost perfectly.
What material is this? This is like coated steel?
Yeah, it's just raw steel.
Yeah.
This is mill scale. That's what happens when it's produced.
I like that effect. Looks like gunmetal.
Yeah, it's so very interesting.
Yeah. Cool.
Dang.
Yeah, my subwoofer, where's, this is going to be a 10 anyways. My counter material's up there. That's my counter. I'll show you that in a future video. If you guys like is your lapel mic connected to your phone? I'm looking for a wireless lapel mic. Yeah, it's connected to the phone. If I have a mirror in here, I could show you what it looks like. It's actually quite good. This is a DJI Go. And go into the bathroom here, I'll show you. So if you can see, the phone has the mic that's plugged directly in, and then that's it. How is the audio? The audio should be good, right? I mean, the audio should be really good. So anyways, we're in Portland. We're working on van stuff. We're at Just Roaming Design, and we're rocking things out. So this is the beginning, so we're kind of slow starting, and I'm super excited. It's really nice to start progressing forward on this project and move on to the next phase. Just kind of give you an idea of the case that'll go on the back door of the van. This is the back door of the mount. So I'll have something similar to that on the back door of the van, but that'll be hooked up in Arizona. And yeah. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. If it's easy to get, but it's not going to be easy to get. It's kind of in my pile of stuff. All of these are my doors for all of my drawers and stuff. We'll worry about that later. We got a lot of new stuff I can show you, but one at a time. For now, I think I'm going to wrap up this video. Unlike yesterday's episode, which ended with a stunted flub. Oh, delivery coming in. I don't know where he thinks he's going, but there's no way out here. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully these videos will start progressing more and we'll pick up some more viewers, but this should be fun. Should be fun. I'm excited. So anybody have any questions before I go? I was curious because the sound was cool. Looking for the same mic. Audio is good. DJI Go. Yeah, DJI Go. Dan the Man Levitan. I'm building a pedestal sink. Hopefully you're not building a pedestal stink. So there's one more thing. So the pedestal is going to sit in the middle. It's going to jack up. It's going to have the tabletop on top of it. One thing I want to put on top of the pedestal, in between the countertop and the pedestal, is something that would allow the table to slide back and forth, like 12 inches, so that I could take the table and slide it into me, over me if I want to, or push it away from me so I can get out. And I've seen it before, but I can't find the hardware for it. So if anybody knows of that, that'd be really nice to know. Something that fits on top of the pedestal that allows you to shift the table forward or backward. And then of course, when I don't want to, the pedestal will depress in and fill in this area, and this whole area will become a bed. So that's my van. What do you think? Leave it in the comment section below. Tell me anything you're thinking of. We have a lot of things going on, a lot of it regarding the van, but a lot of things outside of the scope of the van. And so we should have a little bit for everybody. We got the trike, we got the van, we got travel, we got Europe, we got flights. Hopefully not too much drama. I believe adhering felt to the bottom. Yeah. So I do have felt strips that I have put on. I had to order more though, so you can see there's felt strips there. I ran out, so I couldn't finish putting them there, but I also need to locate them. So I need something that will allow them to snap down and locate and not move anywhere. And what I did actually is I bought some rod stock, from brass rod stock, solid brass rod stock. And what I was thinking of is cutting them, like cleanly cutting them in like 3/4 of an inch segments, and then getting putting them as pegs, so that when you put them in, they would receive themselves into like a what word am I thinking? So the peg would slide into they would be solid pegs inside the lids, and then they would mount and slide into brass, not grommets. What's the word I'm thinking of? I can't think of it. If you remember, if you can think of it, they're basically, so you have the rod that will slide into a receiver that would be brass, and the receiver would be not a collet. No, it's a simple word. Not too, what the hell am I thinking of? They make them out of Teflon as well, and they allow for slippage, so like you'll have whatever. Anyways, I'm thinking of that too, so that they literally, when you put them on, they will lock down and locate, and they will not move around. Then add bushing. Thanks, Bren. Yeah. So a brass bushing that will go into the bottom part, and then the rod that will go and protrude out of the each top in all 4 corners. And so when you locate that thing down, it will slide into those bushings and it won't move anywhere. Combine that with felt on the surfaces, and I think we'll be good as gold. So anyways, thanks so much. I appreciate it. It's been really fun to share this with you. Hopefully this video gets viewed a few more times, because I'm really excited with how this came out. Let me know if there's anything I'm doing wrong or you have any comments. And yeah, I've got to continue working and get ready for the crew to come out and talk about the van. So see ya.